man by the name of Frank Hatley has been in jail in South Georgia for the past year because he hasn't been paying child support, right? Well, it turns out that the boy that he's not paying child support to isn't even his own biological son, and prosecutors knew that before throwing him in jail.
So when did his girlfriend get pregnant?
His girlfriend got pregnant in 1980. Okay, he thought it was his son, so he was paying child support, everything, right? And then in the year 2000, they had a DNA test which indicated that the boy was not his. So what they ended up doing is they had him pay child support anyway. So he was still paying child support. At what point he lost his job and he became homeless. And he couldn't even pay child support. Like, he couldn't even pay for a place to live or food to eat. But he still tried to make child support payments from his unemployment checks.
Now, that's after he already found out it's not even his kid?
Yes, this is after he found out it's not his kid. How unbelievable is the story? They still made him pay this child support. And then finally, he just couldn't do it anymore. He had no money. He was out on the streets. And they're like, you know what? You're not paying, so we're going to throw you in jail. He's been in jail for the past year.
Past year. Now, when we do these stories of people who are in jail in America, like, it's just, you know, you do some guys who are not in jail, and you can't believe why they're not in jail. And then you do stories of some people that are in jail, and you're like, what the hell are we doing? Why are we putting people like this in jail? I mean, imagine for a second. You have sex with this lady, right? And she says, oh, yeah, this is your, I got pregnant from you. It turns out the whore had slept with someone else, okay, and gotten pregnant by them. She lied to you for all of these years. And you paid child support for a kid who wasn't yours all those years, even though you broke up with a girl so long ago. You're not even with her anymore. She's not your wife. She's not anything, right? And then you find out the kid isn't yours, and you continue to make payments, but since you didn't make enough payments, they arrest you and put you in jail.
By the way, Jane...
my mind can't comprehend the injustice of that.
As if the first DNA test wasn't enough, they had another DNA test done recently to prove... finally, again, that this is not his child. But he's still in jail. I mean, he's waiting for a court date so they can relieve him of his duties to pay this child support because he's still required to pay $250 a month.
Now, I'm going to say something that you think is not going to be logically connected, but let me explain, okay? This is why I'm against the death penalty. Okay, so you say, what the hell does that have to do with this? Here's why. Because look at the son-of-a-bitch prosecutor and judge in this case. I mean, if I'm that prosecutor... no way I bring that case. He knows. He knows he's not the dad. He knows the guy is homeless. He knows that he already made thousands of dollars in payments and did the best he could. And he puts that guy in jail. The judge listens to the case and goes, oh, yeah, right. Send his ass to jail. Now, you tell me those guys wouldn't hang someone on a shred of evidence, okay? Now, I know I'm stretching it, but there's no way in the world I would trust them with someone's life or death. And there are prosecutors and judges like that throughout the country. So we can make some mistakes, but we can't make the ultimate mistake with somebody's life when you got prosecutors and judges like this running around. And with human beings, what they are, you'll always have these kind of vindictive assholes. So, no, can't have it. JR.
This is one of those cases where once he gets a chance to get out or whatever's going to happen to him, he gets vindicated for his positions. That, you know, these are the times when you come up with an extreme lawsuit and you say, I want $10 million because you ruined my life. You know? These are those situations when it should come that way. We talked about it before when he said, oh, maybe you can just take, like, I forget what the case was. And we said, oh, would you take $15,000 because that guy got hit by the bike? That's what it was.
Right.
This is one of the things, they ruined his life.
Yeah.
And completely and utterly wrong and knowingly wrong. That's when he should get about $10 million. Let's go ahead and go there.
Yeah, no, look, I hear you on that, and that's an excellent case to be made, right? And I would hear that one out, no question about it. Now, the amazing thing is, not only are we nowhere near that, the guy is still in jail. They haven't even let him out yet. Madness. By the way, the kid was born in the 80s, you know, when we said 1980. In 1987 he was born. So when in 2000 they do the first paternity test, he's 13, right? So, and that's why the payments continue. Even once he gets past 18, they're like, well, you still owe the back payments. Come on, man. Come on.